guys, Sideways Gear Guys here. I'm Sev.
And I'm Aaron, and today we're going to talk about the Jones Snowboard. We're going to do a comparison. We're going to talk about Jones Snowboards Mind Expander versus the Jones Snowboards Ultra Mind Expander.
And they look similar. Definitely polar opposites, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, they share part of a name and like vague intuitions of shape and style, but these boards are very different beasts.
Definitely, I could definitely see owning both of them for sure. Like there'd be, depending how much snow, definitely be a factor. But also, like when you take a look at the shapes and the visual comparisons, they can see where they influence each other, vice versa. But the very different positions of where you ride the board. One's more forward, one's more to the rear, but very, very fun, both of them. And they balance each other out really well.
Yeah, I mean, like they're different enough that you could totally own both, and like you wouldn't be silly for doing so. Well, to us, anyways.
Yeah, I'd own both of them.
Your wife might think so. My wife thinks so, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, like they are like going back to that kind of like surf analogy because they are really inspired by surfboard shape. Jeremy Jones worked with Chris Christenson on shaping these boards, among others, and you can really see that influence there. And so, kind of going with that same kind of dialogue, like the Mind Expander is more like your kind of twin fish, right? Like it's bubbly, it's flowy, it wants to do little hacks.
It sprays water.
Yeah, it's a fun little board ride. And the Ultra Mind Expander is more like a gun, right? Like it's a serious board. It wants to go fast. It wants to charge. It's still quite nimble. Like it's still railed out carbs, point whatever direction you want to go, but definitely a different characteristic versus what the regular Mind Expander is.
And that's why I'm glad to see like these two boards come out and like be so like Yin and Yang are the Mind Expander gangs, because like there you can have one day, one the other. But definitely, if it was more than 35, getting greedy, probably 30, 25, call it, that the Mind Expander would come out. But anytime after that, I'd totally be grabbing the Ultra Mind Expander. I do like how aggressive it is, how front heavy at foot you have to be heavy, and how much more you got to load it. It's for that guy who really active snowboarder. When I mean active, you're turning, you're moving, you're jumping, you're linking one turn to a side hit to the entrance of the park, right? That's where this board really, really likes to be.
And the regular Mind Expander still does that. It's just a lot looser while it's doing so. And I think that's kind of like, you got to take into account also the fact that the regular Mind Expander is a rockered board and the Ultra Mind Expander is a camber board. So right there, you're going to have like quite different characteristics in how they're going to ride. Now, a lot of people like poo-poo on rocker boards, but I actually really like rocker boards. When it's done right, they're really fun to ride. And the Mind Expander is a great example of that. And like get into that back seat and like start throwing that tail around, and this board really starts to show you what it's all about.
And like, yeah, we're sitting here, and if I had to choose one, it'd be very, very tough. But I would go with the Ultra Mind Expander. And you kind of gotta look like I talk about a few times, like your style of riding, like you know what I mean. Like I really do like the Ultra Mind Expander. I got it going alarmingly fast. That's my style. I like to have the throttle down. I like my butt cheeks clenched. I like being a little bit scared when I'm out there, alive, right? So that's kind of what I like that board, but I'd have a very hard time, deciding between the two.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I really enjoyed the Ultra Mind Expander, but I had such a blast on the, like, regular Mind Expander. And just, like I said, like, hacking it around and treating it like a surfboard and just, like, really loosening that back tail on it and spraying snow around and getting the hands down, like that's my jam. That's what I'm all about. And I had a really good time on that. And just like rocking edge to edge on that spooned out base was super fun for me.
Yeah, and it's really good that we are able to do this with comparison of two very similar boards that are much different. You know what I mean? Same company. I liked how they position these boards. But leave comments below, give us a follow, give us a thumbs up. Give us boards that you'd like to see compared. We've tried to do a few of them. They're kind of hard sometimes, and they're too various, like in sizes or the
Well, there's so many boards out there, right?
Yeah, it gets to be a lot.
This one's a really obvious one for us because they share a name, they look alike, they're from the same brand, yet they're so different. So we thought that was worth talking about. If there's things you want to see us tackle next season, definitely let us know because we're down to do it.
Well, on that note, guys, we're out of here. Till next time, Sideways Gear, guys.